Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. Today was a very interesting day, another bloody day. Today was completely red, and it's unfortunate for everybody who was long. I did mention this morning that today might be a short day, and indeed today was a short day. Now, will the market bounce? That is what everybody is wondering, right? Now, my suspicion is that let's go to the SPY futures, and we broke below that level, and as soon as we did, obviously I was very short biased. We went down, and now the question is this thing a dead cat bounce? Is this one of these scenarios where we go up here, right? We show some signs of like hope and recovery, just to crumble back down to the lows right here. Okay, I honestly think that this may happen. I think this may happen. I don't think that we're out of the woods yet. I said that I was going to be bullish on the SPY, on the market, as soon as we break above 30, as soon as we break above 300, and like this range right here, and we failed to do that while we were in this channel. We didn't get over here. We didn't break out here. We didn't break out here. We chose the downside direction, and honestly, I don't think we're done yet. I think we may see a dead cat bounce. And for those of y'all who don't know what a dead cat bounce is when the stock does one of these, right? The stock drops here, okay, and then it tries to make a recovery, and then it dumps right immediately, and then just continues the downtrend. Just like this right here, I think we will see a similar scenario happening within the next few days. Okay, within the next few days. I'm not convinced yet. Like, best case scenario, I do see this thing happening, and then we just consolidate sideways. Worst case scenario, I do see this thing happening, and then we crumble some more during the following week. So definitely, just keep that in mind as you're trading. Definitely keep that in mind as you trade in the SPY. Okay, we're also gonna talk about some of you guys' stock and some of the best ones so far, and some of mine as well. So first one that we're going to address is Apple, right? Apple. Some of you have been asking about Apple, and I told all of you pre-market when it was at 115 that it could go all the way down to actually to it could go all the way down to 105, like right through earnings, and earnings might break it down there, and I think it actually might. Okay, again, this is not me condoning to like buy puts on it. I'm just telling you what it may do, because earnings is very unpredictable, and I would not be surprised to see the stock crumble to 105 either before earnings or through earnings. And yeah, that's honestly my very honest opinion on Apple. I'm not bullish on this yet. Like, I'm really not. I would be bullish on it if we get above if we get above 118. Like, if this can happen, if the stock can get in here, then sure. Okay, there is hope for the stock to go all the way up to 130 and maybe 135. But first of all, I want to see the stock not only survive earnings, right? Hold its gains, and also go sideways and break to the upside right here. That's what I want to see for Apple. But as of right now, it's not looking good at all. Like, it's really not looking good. Yes, the SPY features are showing some sign of recovery. No, I'm definitely not convinced. So yeah, that is my very honest opinion on Apple. The next stock that we're going to talk about is a very heavy stock. This one is a big stock, Etsy. And Etsy apparently had earnings today. And this is the reason why I do not buy through earnings. Literally, everybody that went in both directions, like let's say you bought, like everybody who went long and everybody who went short got annihilated here. This is called an option killer right there. Like, this is where everybody loses. As like, if this lot goes nowhere, everybody loses here. Honestly, like everybody who bought calls or puts will be looking at their account and be seeing a negative 20 to 30% drop as soon as the market opens. This is nasty. Again, like, other big moves are great. Moves like that are just terrible for both parties. And obviously, if it goes in the opposite direction, you just lose everything, right? But yeah, this is another reason why I do not recommend holding anything through earnings, especially not options. Like definitely not options at all. So yeah, for Etsy though, let's look at it on the 4 hour time frame, and it's I'm not bullish on this at all. Like I'm really not. When I look at it on the daily, I'm not bullish on it either. I do want to see the stock get in this zone. I really do. Either the stock can get in the zone or the stock just consolidates sideways and just stays literally in this range between 147 and 132 throughout the entire like the next 3 weeks before we make a move up to the upside again. But yeah, as of right now, I'm definitely not bullish, and I honestly would not put my money in this personally. The reason why is because the market is huge. There's better opportunity somewhere else, and I'm not gonna get hung on this. Like I'm not gonna get stuck on this thing. So it can just consolidate sideways, and then I will pay attention to it later. But as of right now, I'm not touching it. The next stock that I want to talk to all of you about is AMD. And AMD, I talked about the potential bullishness of the stock a few days ago, but the stock chose the bearish move. And it didn't even hold up through earnings. We talked about it, and we talked about how it purchased Xilinx, whatever this is. Yeah, this thing right here. And everybody is taking the money off the table. AMD, same thing. People are taking the money off the table. I'm not bullish on this. I'm not bullish on this yet. Not yet, at least. And it looks like it's trying to make a move on the way down. Somebody could argue that this is a left shoulder head and a right shoulder. It's a pretty ugly one, honestly. Like it could be one, and it could drop all the way down to $74, and maybe even lower to like 67. It definitely could drop. But this is a very ugly head and shoulders. Even though it looks bearish, it's still ugly and not my favorite. One that looks kind of good, like a lot better than that one, is Microsoft. Yeah, that one looks decent. That one looks great. This is a head and shoulders. The stock is tanking beautifully, and I think this one might go all the way down to like to 194. If not tomorrow, then maybe Friday. But yeah, just anywhere in here like 192, 193 before going sideways. Because this obviously it's looking more like the triple top on Netflix. And for those of y'all who missed out on Netflix when I talked about that before they had earnings, I did say that Netflix had a triple top right here. It had one right there. Here is one top, here is the other top, and then here is the triple top right there. And right before earnings, I was like, do not go through earnings. Like it may go up, but either way, this is not looking good. Like right off the bat before earnings, it wasn't looking good. Earnings showed up and the stock tanked. And right now it's still not looking good. Like I'm still bearish on the stock. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing drop down to like 465. Personally, I would want to see that, right? Especially if I was trying to go long on the stock, I would want the stock to drop just a little bit lower. If not to 165, then maybe to like 150 to 450. Like 465, maybe lower to 450 before we see another reverse. But as of right now, like I'm bearish on Netflix. I'm bearish on I'm bearish on Microsoft. And the next stock that we're gonna talk about is Jamia. Let's talk about Jamia really quick. And Jamia, my drawings are still on it. This is a very strong hammer, and the stock doesn't look like it wants to tank after market. It looks like it's showing signs of life. I would not be surprised to see the stock open up at at $18.19, and then continue climbing upwards. And it could climb upwards, especially because there are short sellers in here, short sellers in here, short sellers in here, right? So as soon as these ones get taken out, they panic, they get scared, the stock squeezes up even higher, and move all the way up, hopefully to my price target of $30, so that I could get in at the top and then short it back down again as the stock crumbles all the way back down to the lows. If it can get even higher, much faster, that would be great. I'm still very patient on this thing. I want it to go higher. I really do. And also keep in mind that they have earnings on the 10th. Earnings is about 12 days away, maybe 13. So just keep that in mind. We may see a hype train going up, and then it might just disappoint at earnings. So again, that is my very honest opinion of Jamie as of right now. Like personally, I'm neutral on it until I'm short. I'm neutral on it until I am short at the top. I want the stock to rise, like really rise. Okay. But right now, I just would not short this. It's not good enough for me. So that is my very honest opinion on that one. Another stock that I want to talk to all of you about is KNOX. And KNOX is going all the way down to $23. Yeah, it's going right there. Right there. Yeah, the stock misbehaved at first, and this right there is when I deleted it and I threw it out of my watch list. Right below $31, the stock was done. I was done with the stock. So yeah, that is my very honest opinion. This stock is very bearish. It's not there's a giant gap over here, and there is no hope for the stock. It's going to get there. It's going to get in here before we see a bounce. So let's look at it at the aftermarket. Aftermarket is looking. It's at the same price. So again, I would not be surprised to see this thing tank, and I do want to see the stock tank, and then form something a little bit more obvious on like on the daily, on the 4 hour, just something more obvious because right now, short sellers are just bringing the stock lower and lower and lower and lower again. So, yeah, I'm very bearish on it as of right now. Maybe eventually I will be bullish on it and we'll see what it does. But right now, I'm just not bullish on it at all. Now, the last stock that I want to talk to all of you about is Neo. Neo looks good. It looks good to me. Um, yeah, it's not. It didn't get in here. It didn't get in that zone. I'm okay with it. I like it so far. Aftermarket showing some signs of strength. Intraday there was an easy pattern right there. Right, easy pattern right there. Okay, for day traders, right in here, the easy pattern. So yeah, I would not be surprised to see the stock open up higher and then pushing up to the price target, which I drew originally to $35. Obviously, be careful with this. Be really careful, especially if it slips back down. So just keep a close eye on it and just monitor it as it rises. Okay, just monitor it. If it misbehaves, get rid of it. If it doesn't, just watch it climb. Okay. So yeah, that is my very honest opinion on Neo. If you got value from the video, definitely destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, if you're new to this channel, definitely click on the subscribe button, also the notification bell, along with all notification. That way you get notified whenever I release these post-market analysis videos at around 7 to 8 p.m. and the pre-market analysis videos, which are released at 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market open. So you do not want to miss out on that. If you're not following us on social media, definitely follow us at Paul and Guma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. If you're new to trading, if you're a beginner looking to get started and to have access to this amazing tool called Think or Swim, offered by TD Ameritrade, which is completely free, by the way. There are step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 through 4. It only takes 15 minutes to get literally all of this for free, right? And you can also get 2 free stocks with Webull using the link below, and 1 free stock with Robinhood using the other link below as well after you sign up with these links. Once again, my name is Paul Nguma with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I'm going to see all of you tomorrow morning at 8:15 a.m., 15 minutes before the market opens.